Hello mammals, it's Mad About Animals Max, your favorite animal welfare scientist and person with the aesthetic of a 12-year-old middle school horse girl. And speaking of horses, today we are going to be talking about the Charlotte Dujardin scandal. When I first heard about this, someone was saying, oh, this woman pulled out of the Olympics after allegations of misconduct in terms of how she was treating her horses. For those of you who've been on my channel before, you may have heard me mention that I have the needlessly unwieldy title of Master of Science in International Animal Welfare Ethics and Law. So I am familiar with things like the equine grimace scale in terms of us translating their behavior. What you may not know is that I also have 5/8 of a bachelor degree in musical theater. I do feel like I am qualified to also translate Charlotte's apology in terms of understanding the subtext, because no art form says subtext and subtlety like musical theater. First, I'm just gonna read you Charlotte's full apology really quickly to establish that I'm not cherry picking. A video has emerged from 4 years ago which shows me making an error of judgment during a coaching session. Understandably, the International Federation for Equestrian Sports, FEI, is investigating, and I have made the decision to withdraw from all competition, including the Paris Olympics, while this process takes place. What happened was completely out of character and does not reflect how I train my horses or coach my pupils. However, there is no excuse. I am deeply ashamed and should have set a better example in that moment. I am sincerely sorry for my actions and devastated that I've let everyone down, including Team GB, fans, and sponsors. I will cooperate fully with the FEI, British Equestrian Federation, and British Dressage during their investigations, and will not be commenting further until the process is complete. Erwin, can you confirm for everyone that this is in fact the full apology? Now let's go through beat by beat. Let's start with the very first sentence. A video has emerged from 4 years ago, which means I'm distancing myself from this incident. 4 years ago? When was that even? You know, like 4 years is practically half a decade, and a decade is 1/10 of a century. So we're basically talking about something that happened a century ago, and I don't know why we're dragging that back up and like beating a dead horse. Or that's feeding a full horse who is being trained according to modern learning theory and standards of animal welfare. Which shows me making an error of judgment during a coaching session. Guys, it's just an error of judgment. It's just a little miscalculation. You know how it is, like when you're doing the math in your head and you're like, A plus B equals, I'm gonna whip this horse 20 times in under a minute. You get it, we've all been there. Understandably, the FEI is investigating, and I've made the decision to withdraw from all competition, including the Paris Olympics, which means I'm going to take myself out of contention before all the petitions come in, before the committees decide that I am to be taken out of contention, because it will be less embarrassing for me to withdraw myself. What happened was completely out of character and does not reflect how I train my horses or coach my pupils, which means I can't believe this was filmed and released to the public. However, there is no excuse, which means I can't make an excuse because it was filmed and released to the public. I am deeply ashamed that this was filmed and released to the public, and should have set a better example in that moment if I knew it was going to be filmed and released to the public. I am sincerely sorry that my actions were filmed and released to the public, and I let everyone down. I will cooperate fully because there's video proof of me doing this, which was filmed and released to the public. Now here's the thing about that apology. Cliffhanger! Full video coming soon with a dive into equitation science, the morality and practicality of whipping, and why I think Charlotte behaved the way she did. Like and subscribe, and get ready to learn a whole bunch about horses.